on the bush.
Is that a dick on your phone?
I mean, it can be.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what is up, guys? I am Ascari Husky here today, and we are back with yet another Midwest Fur Fest 2018 Fursuit interview. Today we have the cute fursuiter to my right, and that would be Takoda.
Hi.
Yeah. Hey. So yeah, you're a car guy.
Oh, but I'm a dog guy.
You're also a dog guy. It's okay. So am I.
Oh.
My dog costume's over there in that box.
Good. Dog will rule the world. Cats will drool.
So guys, we are back with another fursuit interview at this con. This one I'm excited for. A lot of excitement.
That's why? What? I'm just a dog, man.
I know.
You're putting the pressure on me. I don't know
That's why I'm
if I can handle
excited.
it.
That's why I'm excited. So guys, yeah. I asked you guys to ask him a lot of questions on social media, but first, you drive a cool car.
I do?
Yeah.
What, my Geo Metro?
I mean, not gonna lie, I do like that. I'm going to be completely and 100% honest when I say those are actually kind of cool.
I mean, it's a literal antique.
Yeah, you don't see them. That's why you don't see them.
It's
Yeah.
heads, and it's a piece of junk. It's a lunchbox.
Collector plate.
Oh, yes. Oh, I don't. Tangent. Don't worry about it.
That's okay. I don't care. You can do that. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We have a French guy that has never been into the country before, and he is here today at MFF. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to give him my license plate and just risk driving back home, because that's what he wants. And he's a good boy. Laws be damned! Oh, can I swear? I'm sorry.
I don't care.
You guys are all innocent. Oh no!
You can swear as much as you want here. I don't care.
You know what the weirdest thing is though? Like, I'm always looking at the camera, even though I don't mean to. So, yeah, what?
Yeah. Interview. I don't know.
How? What? Words?
Words. Words don't work.
I'm a dog, I'm supposed to and bark! I'm not supposed to words.
Words.
Oh my gosh. Can we re-edit this and auto-tune it into something horrible?
Maybe. I don't edit my own video.
Who does?
I don't have time.
Oh.
I have a friend do it.
You know, I thought about paying someone to like edit videos. Like, getting the footage is fun. Talking to people is fun.
Editing is no fun.
Yeah, slaving over a hot laptop is not fun. I do enough of that every day. I write really expensive text files. Literally software development.
I just play with nuts.
I do too.
I like playing with nuts.
Generally my own though.
Oh, I'm talking about peanuts.
Oh.
I was gonna say Gold Bond's great. I'm just saying. Well, what do you want to discuss, mister?
I guess we have questions for you. People ask questions.
Wait, really?
A lot of
I
questions.
mean, you don't actually come up with your own? Wow, that's convenient. Sorry.
Oh no! He's on to me! So, yeah, you want to answer some?
Do I? I can't read. I'm illiterate.
I failed 3 years of English.
Oh, hey, same.
And math.
Oh, not so much on that part.
So guys, how do the interviews work exactly? The interviews work, we go to social media, usually Twitter, and I ask you guys to ask said fursuiter questions. So yeah, are you ready?
Yeah.
So let's do it. The first question is by my cameraman and good friend, and that would be Twister. And that would be, what is your favorite type of vehicle? JDM, muscle, etc. And what is it about that type that you like most?
Huh. Well, that is a difficult question with a lot of ends. Type of vehicle. I like JDM. The only exception is the American-made Tesla, and that's simply because of that's a throwback to like the 1950s and 60s when American cars really were American cars, and they were the best in the world. Like, reliable, and they looked good, and they went like a bat out of heck. And yeah, JDM just there's something about the culture there. Their engineers just, they care. And it shows in their vehicles, or at least it did until the past about decade. And like, I still daily at Geo Metro, which, I mean, it's an antique car that was beat on and no one cares about, and it still goes every day to do its job.
That's what's nice about my car. It might have American badges on it, but it's German.
Yeah.
It is German. That is why I got it.
Mine's Italian.
Oh no. Have fun fixing it every 15k miles.
But hey, it's not an Alfa Romeo. We're good.
Or a Ferrari.
Mm-mm.
Didn't the 458 have a fire problem?
Yes, it did.
Yes,
Yeah.
it literally caught on fire.
So did the Porsche GT3 RS.
Yeah. Yeah, but Ferraris you expect to catch on fire. Which is kind of a problem. I mean, like, I wasn't surprised. I'm like, that's bad. Like, so here's the deal. Like, you can go out and get Ferraris for under 50 grand right now, used, you know? Like, no joke. You can go and get, you know, a 20,000 mile Ferrari for like 50k. And you're gonna drive it 5,000 miles or less before you put another $10,000 into repairs. Because no one knows how to fix them, and it has to be certified guys. Or you go and custom make the parts yourself. And
That's not cheap.
yeah, like, either way, rocking a hard place, man. Like, yeah, you look cool for 5 minutes, and then cool.
It breaks necks and that's it.
Yeah.
It goes like, for what? Yeah, not even 5,000 miles, and then you gotta fix it.
It's a shame. Like, don't get me wrong. The styling of a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a lot of these supercars is drop dead gorgeous. They're literal rolling works of art. But a lot of the Italian-made vehicles are just unfortunately crap. And in order to get a true hypercar that's reliable, you're looking at like the Koenigseggs and stuff, and
I'm a McLaren guy.
even McLarens are pretty reliable, believe it or not. It's just, I don't know, like, as a car guy, it hurts my soul to see rolling works of art that just, that's all they are.
Yeah.
And you get in a, like the Model 3 right now, like, it set track records now. Like, the new Model S, or the new Model 3 Performance actually sets records now. And I guarantee, like I got one, right? And if I take it to Pikes Peak, there's a very good chance I'll take the top spot in fastest car. Simply because it's not a gas engine. The altitude doesn't matter. I don't need a turbo the size of my head
Hey,
to go.
everyone needs a turbo the size of their head.
I wish I could turbo an EV.
Can't you do something, or like, isn't there a way to make it faster? Or?
Bigger battery, more powerful inverter, but you're still limited by the physics of how much energy can you discharge from a battery at a certain rate. And believe it or not, Tesla vape batteries don't really work as well as some other custom-made batteries. But the engineering marvel with them is they're just vape batteries. Like literally, you get a couple of these little vape batteries over here, and I mean by a couple thousand, and you put them in series and a few bricks, and you have a supercar just like that. But not as fast as, believe it or not, the Chevy Bolt has the best battery pack.
Really?
Yes. In terms of discharge rate, so the guy that made the Teslanda, which is a, like, I can't even remember, I think it's like an 8-second quarter mile Honda. And he paired Chevy Bolt batteries with a Tesla motor, because the Tesla motors are hands down the best. And believe it or not, they brought back a new motor tech, well, I'm sorry, it was a technology that came before Tesla's AC induction motor, and they added a few modifications to it, and you wind up with a motor that is literally a third or a fourth the size and packaging, the same power output, more reliable, and much, much, much cheaper to produce.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah, you're actually going to see a technological revolution in motors simply from Tesla putting that in the Model 3. Like no joke, my 300 horsepower rear drive motor is about this big. Like no joke.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's smaller than the 250 horsepower front motor of the Model S. Don't quote me on that power output. I think it's 250. It's been a while since I looked. It's crazy.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Huh. Meanwhile, my little gas motor will do what, like, I think I'll get 400 horsepower out of it, just on bolt-on stuff. That's it.
That's still a ton. Like,
Yeah.
so you're like only 400
That's
horsepower.
only 400.
My Metro makes 50.
I'm sorry.
283.
Right, but like we're looking at power numbers in this day and age, ever since about 2010, that are obscene. Because like you go look at any car from the 2000s, and clearing 300 horsepower was unheard of.
My Grand Prix was a 2005. It had a 3.8 liter V6 and it had exactly 200 horsepower.
Yeah, but it would run forever. Those 3800s are just
Transmissions are garbage, but those
Transmissions
motors,
are
oh my god.
And then you can't forget the intake manifold gaskets. I had to replace both of those and the water pump at 190,000.
yes. So unfortunately, they're known for that. And if you never overheat the engine, you're fine usually. But if you overheat them, it's like oh.
Well, it's really weird too. My thermostat, I like to kick the fans on really late.
Yep.
Like
Because they have a 195 degree thermostat in there that doesn't kick on until 220.
That's about right, because it would get 5/8 the way. It would be above half
I
on
put
the
a
temp
one,
gauge,
I put a
and then it would kick down.
150. I put a 150 degree thermostat in mine and tuned it for it.
Yep.
Never had a problem.
Yep, and that's the point. And you also have to understand that that engine was designed in a time where, hey, let's mate two different metal types to each other and hope they don't cause problems. Because the coefficient of expansion, which is the property that dictates how much something expands based upon temperature, is so dramatically different between aluminum and iron.
That's it. Oh, that's an iron block and an aluminum head, isn't it?
Yep. And they would warp. So it was getting gaskets that could handle that shifting, because these are bolted together tight. Like you're talking literal tons of pressure between these, and you're dealing with sliding surfaces. Yeah, it's not. You're talking millimeters or less.
But
Well,
that's
when you're talking
enough.
about a sealed unit, it can't be that much.
Well, it's like dragging a house back and forth over a slab. Like that's literally what's happening every time you heat and cool the engine.
Of course. Yeah.
And stuff just gives out.
Well, your generation had the formed plastic intake cover.
Oh yeah.
Series
That would've
2.
been-
Series 2, but
My
I was supercharged though, so I didn't have that issue.
My Chrysler has plastic intake.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's a thing nowadays.
That's reminds of the V6 though, the Pentastar.
Well, so intake is way different than head. So the intake bolts to the head, and the intake never experiences the temperatures of combustion.
The heads do, because of where the combustion chamber's at compared to the block and where the cylinder's at, because the head is what puts the valves down.
Oh, that's right above. Oh.
So it's right above your combustion.
The-
It's a part of your combustion, basically.
So the heads on the 3800 were aluminum.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I know my intake was. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, but that's fine. So that gasket actually did fail often on those, and I'm not
Okay.
sure why. Again, don't quote me on that, but that's what I recall.
Not
My
thick
mechanic
enough.
told me the same thing when he
Not
showed
thick
me
enough.
Yeah.
I put a thicker ZZP gasket on. We never had an issue.
Yep. But that's the thing. Like nowadays, you got to remember, like all these cars were built by hand, man. Like you had dudes with slide rules or the most basic modeling software on a computer that was no better than an Atari. Like nowadays, it's silly. I could go home, go and load up, it's not 3D Studio, my controller, like UDNX or AutoCAD or any of those, and model something out 100%, know exactly what my tolerances are going to be, run it through finite element analysis, know all the stresses on it, and you're gonna be able to engineer a part in your living room that could outperform something that an experienced engineer of 30 years, even 20 years ago, could build. Just because software.
The only thing I'm concerned about now is my tranny on that car. I don't know about the Mopar transmissions.
Which bathroom does it go into, though?
You're not making me feel any better.
I just say it's a tranny. Which bathroom does it go into?
Oh, Jesus Christ. good things about the Mopar transmissions?
My parents run a business, and like legitimately, like their Dodge is the only thing that die on them is the trans. Every time. Like in the 90s, it was the worst, especially the late 90s and early 2000s. Absolutely the worst.
I had to research the 200 to see when it, on average, when they failed. And what I read online is it's usually between 130 and 180,000.
Well, it's also how you drive the car. If you don't drive it like a jerk, it's gonna last a long time.
No, I
The only reason I think that's the reason my transmission failed.
Did you
But
drive
I also
hard?
bought it. I also bought it to beat the shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? The Buick I have.
Never buy an auto and beat it, man.
No, the Buick I have. It'll make good horsepower, but I plan on just more like, hey, look what I have. Look what it can do. But I'm not gonna beat it.
Are you? It's an auto, right?
So yeah, I wanted the manual, but I needed something that my mom and sister could also drive.
Be exceptionally aware that automatic transmissions are clutch-based.
Mm-hmm.
And by shoving a ton of extra power into that,
I know.
you're gonna wear it really fast.
Oh, the select shifts. Does that make it better or worse using the select shift?
No,
But doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. It's still auto.
It's all it is so it used to be like with an automatic transmission, it was vacuum lines or centrifugal pressure or some mechanical system, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a modern car, it's all just, hey, the computer said to change this. And the only difference is an algorithm doing it or you doing it. It makes no difference.
Sure.
So the next question we have is by Blaze Colley, and that is, what is your opinion on Wendy's burgers? And he also says oranges, bananas, or bangers?
But banana jizz. Is that like oh man, Monsanto got out of hand and made some kind of hybrid crazy thing. I'm gonna go with the hybrid thing because I like crazy things. Whatever it is. Blaze, this is your fault for putting things that are unpronounceable out there. But Wendy's burgers are, I think they're the best QSR for quick serve restaurants.
Yes.
So like, Five Guys is great, and I get it. Five Guys is a different type of model. But also I'm biased, I worked there for a while. Like I worked at Wendy's corporate, like interacted with like their C-suite. It was a really weird kind of experience. Like, whoa, this really happened, what the heck? But yeah, that's why my icon's a Wendy's girl.
So the next question is by Dipstick, and that is, what or who would you say inspires you the most?
There's a long list. I would say in the fandom, believe it or not, it's Omnum.
Yeah.
Being straight up, like, I've met a lot of people, some fake, some not, and what the vibes I get from him, the conversations, and the side I get from him is, he's truly something to look up to, or someone to look up to, a role model that, I mean, like, my other role model is Elon Musk, and to give you an idea of like someone that's literally changing humanity's direction in multiple different ways, like getting off the planet, making cars, energy more possible. There's just so much to it, and Omnom is, in my mind, up there. He's truly someone special.
I would definitely agree.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even know what to say.
I mean, like,
You
other
said
than
that.
he's not a dog, like, maybe if he was a dog, he'd be a little bit higher, but, you know, that whole rodent thing kind of knocks him down a notch.
So Shane Deepwood asks, when not working or doing furry stuff, what is your favorite thing to do?
Wallow in existential dread.
What?
Nah, I wouldn't say it's my favorite thing to do. It does happen, but I really like driving fast. I've done a track day once. I'd like to do a few more now that I have a fast car. Occasionally game, but a lot of it, honestly, I have to spend a lot of time staying up on my career. So I wouldn't call it like to do, but it winds up being a significant part of my life.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And bark! Being a giant stupid dog!
Yes. Being a giant stupid dog is always fun. I look forward to getting to be one today.
I'm so happy!
I'm actually really excited to open that box. So, Cobalt Otter asks, he has a few actually. What has been the fastest car you've driven?
The fastest car I've driven would probably be either my Tesla or my 350Z. The fastest car I've been in was a 900 horsepower C6 Corvette that went faster than a sport bike 107.
Holy shit.
Kind of ridiculous.
And then, what has been your favorite car you've owned?
Well, it's a loaded question. The straight answer, my favorite's the Tesla, right? Obviously.
Oh yeah.
But, like, the Metro is an experience that you can only get.
Every car is unique,
Yeah.
different, and it's just like, believe it or not, the car I've had the most fun in was a Chevy Aveo.
It's more fun to drive a slow car fast than to drive a fast car slow.
Yes. Well, we also rallied the fuck out of it.
Oh my god, yes.
Breaking it through corn, that shit was fun. It was deadly, but it was fun.
Have you done rallycross?
Oh, not officially. And then he asked, which of you is the better driver?
Well, someday maybe we'll go head to head.
You.
I mean, I got like 9 years on you, man. Like, it's not a fair question.
Yeah. And then, which of you has gotten the most tickets? I've ticket free besides those 2 parking tickets I got, but technically I am ticket free.
I'm almost 20 tickets.
Holy shit.
And 3 of those, my first 3 recent ones were in 35 or less zones in the Metro.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've only ever gotten like 2 tickets, technically 1. And it was a Chicago parking ticket, and both of them were, one was expired plates, and the other was I had no front plate because the bracket fell off.
Oh, I hate you guys do that. It makes me cry inside.
I don't like it. I just take it off anyway.
Yeah, right? Well,
I'll pay the $60.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
And as long as you're being charged, no one
Yeah.
really cares.
Only in Chicago they care. Legit, everywhere else they care. Like, they don't care.
Oh, okay.
Only
so like
in the
Chicago
city.
proper.
Yeah, only in the city.
Okay.
Yeah. And then blonde hair Foxy asked, favorite car, make, model, year. Oof. I don't know. That's hard.
The EV1. No.
That's hard.
I don't really have a make model. I don't really have a year.
I've driven the new Z06. I've driven the new Stingray. I've driven a CTSV, an ATSV. I love my car to death.
I love your car to death.
Oh my god, I've been in so many and driven so many different cars. I've seen so many. Oh, I don't know. I always say like one of the Corvettes, but truly I don't know. I would love to have like a big cam Corvette, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, like I bought a Tesla instead of a Z06, like legit, same price. Like favorite make, model, and car, or I like the new Roadster, the new Tesla Roadsters. It's an F1 car that's street legal and gets better energy economy than a Prius. Why wouldn't you love it? And it's not $2 million like it's on the Sega Jera.
Yeah. It's affordable depending on who you are.
It's relatively
affordable. Like you actually see it on the road. Like
yeah, you'll see people driving it because it's actually a reasonable car. What?
I don't know what this is.
You're what? Where? What? I can't read.
Neither can I.
Ah! Hey, why are you so blue?
Oh, okay. I read that as boo.
I'm a very blue puppers, as you can see. It was a birth condition. I'm so sorry. You don't want to get.
It's
you don't
okay.
want to
I'm green. I'm green.
Does that mean you're sick all the time?
No, it just means I'm radioactive.
Oh.
I mean, I have bad allergies all the time, so yes.
Oh. So what does blue mean?
You're cold?
But I'm like literally dying right
Yeah.
now.
I would say it's because you're cold.
Oh, does that make me cool?
Yeah, that makes you cool. Next question we have is by @NinjaPoetry. What a name. Did your Fursona /suit name come from the Dakota language? What? If so, what is the translation in English? I don't know.
Okay, so the Dakota Indian tribe, if I'm thinking correctly,
Oh. Okay.
it is actually an Indian name. I believe it's Hopi, if I remember correctly, and it means friend to all. And if I make it personal, like I grew up without a lot of friends and stuff, and I knew what the pain of being alone was, and I wanted to always be someone to try and be that guy for those that felt that pain a lot. So that's where the name came from, and I really do try to make Takoda someone to brighten people's days and moods, and be there for them.
More questions?
I don't know.
Please share your best and worst fursuiting experience by Troublesome Kitty.
Oh no. Well, there's some that I probably can't talk about on camera.
I played with dildos once on my channel.
Oh. I mean, like, I don't know if I can actually, like, can I say bad things or no?
How bad?
Like, I mean, how comfortable you are with the whole, like, fursuits are used in the bedroom kind of situation. So, best experiences have honestly just been spent cuddling people and getting to know them. Like, people's eyes just light up, you know, when you're being fuzzy and see, look at that face. There's nothing better than that. You know, going out in public suiting and just all these kids running around, like, don't get me wrong, like, them pulling on your tail kind of is rough, but there's nothing like that. Worst experience, I don't know, if you have bad experiences suiting, like, I don't deal with,
As long as you don't deal with heat exhaustion, I don't think so.
There was a time I did a public fursuiting thing. We do that once a month in Ohio, in Columbus, and it was 95 degrees and like 80% humidity, and I was literally in and out of blacking out.
Oh.
But I'm kind of like OCD when I public suit. I don't break the mattress. It just doesn't happen. So that was rough, but it was really fun just being a derp.
So the next question is by Skinflake Goat.
Oh.
And that is, if you've seen an F1 crash. Oh, they were asking if you saw the crash. You know that really bad crash that happened with that driver where the driver lost control and the car like went airborne and he found it. And
I saw that.
Yeah.
That wasn't that because of their brakes failed?
Yeah, I think brake failure.
Well, I mean, what does it really say? Like, who is at fault? Like, stuff like that happens, man. Like, you can't really even blame the engineers. Stuff fails.
Shit happens. Stuff fails. Fuel. Sometimes things are made poorly. Sometimes something may have happened in the factory.
Yeah.
Down to the factory. Maybe, or not even them. Maybe something happened before that. Maybe it was a bad batch of metal. Maybe it was, you know what I'm saying? There's a million things.
So, like, the fact that it's never, I can't say it's never happened before, the fact that it's, like, one of the first times it's happened in a long time, you know, like, that's no one's to blame, like, I don't know.
Shit happens. Honestly, shit like that happen, like, there's no one you can blame.
Yeah.
And then, the last question we have is, by, I'm not saying the name, but, says Takoda, how are you?
Well, I'm blue. I'm a dog, so I'm really good right now. And I'm next to some really good people, so it's even better.
Okay, so yeah, that's all the questions. Is there anything left that you want to say? Anything like cool car stuff that you want to tell us?
Don't do drugs, kids, they're bad. No, like, the fandom is a very special place. It's literally changed me immensely. I wouldn't be who I am today without it. And regardless of who you interact with in the day-to-day world, be proud of, you know, who you are, and what you're doing. You know, Make every day a better day. Preach!
Yay!
Ah!
Mm.
Oh, and also bark and wag as much as possible. Oh, woo.
Alright guys, so thank you for watching this interview. Thank you for asking this wonderful doggo questions. If you don't know who he is, go follow his Twitter, go follow his social media. It'll all be linked down in the description below. This was a lot of fun. I like this interview. You're someone I want to interview again. Yeah.
You're so sweet.
But, alright guys, I'm Ascari Husky.
And I'm Takoda.
And I will see you all in the next video.
Bye.